the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, y'all. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. So is Shaquille O'Neal. This is the NBA. Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs up against...
We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the San Antonio Spurs come in for this one. Bringing you some fun on a Monday night. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And with us tonight, the author of the 700-page book of basketball, a must-read, Bill Simmons.
It's great to be here, and everyone wants me to rewrite that book, but I don't have it in me. So much has changed in basketball over the last 9 years. I got to redo my Hall of Fame pyramid, but I can't sit down and do it, Kevin. I think it's going to last.
How long did it take you to write that?
It was 3 years of my life, and I was younger. Now it would just be coffee all day, trying to stay awake for it.
But a New York Times bestseller for multiple weeks.
It was number one. Yeah, it was great. And it taught me that I knew people love basketball, and I think we've seen this decade as basketball has just blossomed into something much bigger than I think it's ever been. I could tell with the book. People liked it.
Taking a look at Milwaukee. Challenging part of the schedule, and this is where they need to buckle down and take care of business.
And it's going to be a tough stretch of games here coming up. I know they're excited for it, and it's going to serve as a real benchmark for this group to find out exactly where they are in this league.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court right now for the Spurs. Aldridge out there with Medu. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's Murray. And it's AI in a shooting guard. The rebound by Brogdon.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Now, here's Brogdon. 17 points for him last game against Portland.
You know what? I also like how he attacked the glass. Gave a terrific effort in that department.
Here's Brogdon. Portis finds Brogdon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries. Bill, one shot to win a game. You can pick any player. Who's going to take that shot for you?
Kevin Durant. I think he has the most ways to get a good shot off. I always look at it as, is it a quality shot to get off? So he can post the smaller guy up. He can shoot a three. He's got the pull-up hezzy jumper, as he calls it. He can go to the lane and pump fake and do a little drop step. And I just think he has the most moves. Some people would say LeBron, but am I getting regular season LeBron or playoff LeBron?
Playoff LeBron.
Playoff LeBron would be my number one choice.
He'd be pretty good.
Yeah, he'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Regular season LeBron, I'm not as enthused about.
Here's Snell following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge. And not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. Wide open look here for Murray. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
When the defense pays you that much attention, this is the right response. AI keeping his eyes up, finding the open man.
Brogdon kicks to Portis. Passes it to Bailey. Here's Snell. Aldridge is covering. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
That's what happens when you get an excellent screen like that. He had plenty of space to slash right toward the basket.
Talking about last-second shot instincts, Bill, you mentioned LeBron, KD. What about Curry? Where does Curry rank in that conversation?
Curry's good.
Top five?
You can guard Curry in those one-on-one situations with the right people. I'm not saying you're going to stop him, but, you know, you put a taller guy on him. And Curry, to me, Curry is the greatest not in the offense scorer I've ever seen in my life, where he can get 32 and hit 10 threes and wasn't really involved in the game. Just you forget about him for one play, and all of a sudden he's in the corner, and they're setting him up, or he's running off the screen. It's a lot, almost like what Reggie Miller and Ray Allen were able to do, where, yeah, you run them off screens and you tire the guys out and you kind of hope the defense forgets they're out there. But he's not a conventional get-out-of-my-way guys. I'm going to get to the rim.
Absolutely.
Score like someone like Donovan Mitchell is.
Bucks trail by 4. DiVincenzo. He's guarded by AI. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well. Number 1, the Spurs.
I mean, they've gotten a little more aggressive defensively. You can become a more confident team on that end, and so much of it, I think, has to do with forcing turnovers and creating offense.
Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Kicks it out to Wilson. 20 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Connaughton. 3-pointer. And the Bucks miss again. AI outside. And AI with the stuff.
You talk about explosion. Once AI gets to the rim, very little you can do to stop it.
And so it's AI making things happen for San Antonio. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll get right back to the action when... Bobby Portis, who's known for his work ethic, said he learned a lot from his mother.
He gets up at 3, 4 in the morning and gets off at 1, 2 in the evening.
And she was a platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Bill, you've done quite a few player interviews over your life, and I'm sure there are some guys that have surprised you with what they've got to say.
Yeah. I think we're in a really cool generation with basketball players where they're these really thoughtful guys who aren't afraid to share stuff. You know, some of the guys try to protect their images and their kind of their manufactured reputations, I would say, to some degree. But for the most part, the candidness of some of these guys, you can't hide on a podcast. If I have you for an hour, you're not going to be able to dodge stuff. You're going to have to talk.
Well, you challenge people, which is that's the beauty of the podcast.
Well, and I don't have notes, so I do it. I'm looking at you, you're looking at me, and we're going. And you got to be ready.
That's how Larry King used to do it. Yeah.
So some guys are ready. Like Durant was great. Durant was ready to talk, and we did 5 podcasts, and everything's on the table with him. But my favorites are, somebody like Kyrie came in, really smart, kind of sort of ready to go, but not totally, but then got into it. And those are usually the best ones.
On the floor for San Antonio, Medu is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Murray. Then it's DeRozan, and it's AI in at the point. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Cavaliers was all business. He finished with 27 points and ran the team as always, with a big number of assists. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
Thanks, David, for another reminder of just what an unbelievable performance that was.
One that everyone's still talking about tonight. He dominated that game in just about every way possible.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to see what he's got in store for us tonight. Maybe he tops himself again. I think he just might do it.
Bill, what a pleasure to have you with us. Great as always to hear your thoughts, your commentary. I hope you join us again soon.
I'd love it. Anytime, Kevin. Tell me.
Thank you. And Smitty, so great to have Bill with us, a guy who's ahead of the curve creatively.
Kevin, he was a pioneer in blogging, Emmy nominated for his work on documentaries. The guy never stops thinking of new ways to produce content.
Right side Aldridge. Shoots over Portis, and Aldridge gets it to go on the assist by AI. AI's got 4 assists in the game. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. The Bucks shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
So he gets them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
There's 18 seconds left here in the second. Aldridge's shot is good.
With the amount of moves Aldridge has inside, as a defender, you never know what to take away.
The pass to Portis. Snell from outside, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
That's a...
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at AI, in this game, he has been everywhere.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
You know what? It's hard to do. Staying focused and disciplined with your approach.
Tony Snell is out there with Ilyasova. Then there's Bobby Portis. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Bailey in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Here's Snell. DeRozan defending. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That's foul number 2 for him. Steve, offenses have gotten so good at stretching the floor. What are defenses doing to counteract that?
I think that what they're doing right now is they're having guys with the versatility of switching, because if you run pick and roll and you can switch, it keeps everybody in front of you. And I think also right now they're having multiple guys and going deeper to have guys who are in foul trouble that they can look down to their bench and they can play 10 or 12 guys on their roster.
Spurs leading by 8. Murray kicks to Aldridge. AI left side. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
And that's another one. In rhythm all night. AI has been impossible to contain.
Pass to Bailey. And that one's good, Brogdon. Brogdon's got 13.
And that's how you want to come out of the locker room. He is fired up.
Yes, in the first minute or so, you knock down a couple shots. You are in rhythm.
Here's AI, and AI with the stuff.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
The fans really get their money's worth when they get to see him make plays like that.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they've got to talk about.
You know, for the most part, their perimeter D is holding up, but they might have to sacrifice some of that to close down the lane.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You take a look at the 76ers. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And, of course, there's the Bucks, 2.5 games back.
And I think for Milwaukee, most of the preseason predictions were right on the money when it came to them. I mean, a playoff contender, but not necessarily championship caliber.
I agree.
Here's AI. He's got 20. Inside. And it's Pirtle that time on the assist by AI. Pirtle's got his second bucket tonight.
And despite the defense being draped all over Pirtle, he gets the job done. He's money around the bucket.
And it's blocked.
Still no rhythm. This may be a time when you want to make the extra pass. Give someone else a chance.
That one good for 2. 22 points for AI.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance. DiVincenzo. He's guarded by AI.
passes to Connaughton, and here's Wilson, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. A different look for Milwaukee. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Wilson, and Tony Snell subbed in for Pat Connaughton. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. AI passes to Aldridge. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Aldridge has got 12 points in the game.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
AI outside. And the jam by AI.
And everything they're attempting is going in. Tremendous run here in the third.
Something went on in that locker room. They've come out aggressive, but also extremely focused.
And so it's San Antonio, sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Let's
keep running. Keep getting stuff.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter, Murray out there with AI. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Medu in at the power forward position.
I like the ball distribution there by AI. He draws a lot of defensive attention, opens up things for others.
Brogdon the pass to Kelly. Can't connect from short range.
Oh, I don't believe that. He's better than that. Come on.
And the Spurs scoring again.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, this lead has snowballed. Credit their killer instinct for piling on.
Pass to Ilyasova. Here's Snell. DeRozan defending. 6 to shoot. Shoots from 14. That shot, no good. So the Spurs will take it the other way. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for them.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Bucks trail by 21.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Bailey passes to Kelly. Now Brogdon. The pass to Bailey. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Milwaukee, no good that time either. San Antonio leading by 21. Here's Murray. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Smitty, we've asked you in the past about what you miss the most about playing. What is something that you don't miss about playing?
You know, I think the travel time away from your family. That's the one thing I did miss. And obviously when you're a team, that becomes your second family, and you get a chance to be around those guys. But when you're gone away from home, the amount of days and times that we are, that's the thing I really don't miss, Kevin.
Timeout called, the Bucks. Well, the NBA has had 3 referee crews for quite a while. Steve, do you think adding a 4th ref would help in any way?
No, I think it'll get a little bit crowded on the floor. I would love to see, I know they won't go back, I love the 2 referee situation. I look at it right now, referee A calls a call, referee B calls a call. It just feels like referee C has to make the next call or get up far as even with the other referees. I would love to see them go back to a 2 referee situation.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Murray against Brogdon. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Bailey passes to Portis. Here's Snell. DeRozan defending. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
Yeah, momentum right now is against them. They're just going to have to figure out a way to ride this one out.
You know, easier said than done. What they need to do is string together some positive plays, try to turn the tide.
Count the basket. 14 points for LaMarcus Aldridge.
And when you're on the road, this is how you silence the crowd. Tremendous all-around play.
It's led to a big lead. Credit the leadership on this team. They've kept everyone focused on what matters.
Here's AI. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. AI's got 26 points.
Always a good bet to convert from mid-range. AI capable of scoring on all three levels.
Pass to Snell. Portis with it. The tray. And the Bucks miss again.
I'll tell you, the defense dodging a bullet right there. That's his shot.
Here's AI. The offensive rebound. Here's Aldridge. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Aldridge has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Spurs.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for AI.
How about the rhythm he got into tonight? Unstoppable at the offensive end. And the coach was smart. He kept calling his number.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Walker comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Murray. Portis kicks to Bogut. Here's Bailey. He's guarded by AI. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Off the bounce, AI gets downhill in a hurry. Defense can't react fast enough.
Free throw good, AI. And the Spurs with some changes. Bertanis, he's checked in for Medu. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Ricky Rubio. Steve, when we talk about signature shots in the NBA, what about Aldridge's fadeaway jumper?
Usually starts with him backing down the defender. He turns, faces up, transfers weight from all the way forward to all the way back. Add in the high release point, virtually unblockable.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's AI, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
This is what AI gives you. Takes it right into the teeth of the defense. Doesn't shy away from contact.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Passes it to Stevens, to the paint. Here's Wilson, lays it up off the glass.
Delivering these passes in tight quarters, that's tricky.
AI right side. Bucket's good.
And just putting the finishing touches on this one, they have been on fire.
I mean, a fantastic run. The guys are really clicking, and the scoreboard reflects that.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. LaMarcus, your game has evolved. Started as a finesse player, and now you have a lot more inside aggression. How did you get more comfortable down low?
It just takes time. You know, I got stronger every year, got better every year. You know, when I was younger, I wasn't strong, but now I'm much stronger. I'm much older now.
And a veteran who gets it done. Thank you, LaMarcus. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.